Hi and welcome to Rauta Reviews. Today's band comes from Germany. So yeah, we got some death metal, we got some thrash metal, we got some black metal. Well, at least melodic death metal with lots of stuff. Even keyboards. Yeah, let's check it out. So, Godcomplex is the name of the band, and this is their debut album. For reasons unknown to me, I just recently, well, spring 2018 anyway, got the release that was actually released on 2013 November, so almost after 5 years of the actual release date. Anyhow, this band contacted me and wanted me to review their debut album. They have some new material coming out, so well, what can I do but listen and give my review? Let's see what this band is all about. So this one is called Symptoms of a Serious Defect, and it's over here, looking also insane with cover. So let's do a little bit of unboxing and see what this album is all about. So let's remove the contents and take a look. So the cover image is here again in the CD inlay. As you can see, this is about insanity and whatnot, demons haunting the mind, and there's even the news. So death is lurking nearby. And here's the track list. As you can see, not much actual extra information, no labels and whatnot, because this is self-financed CD, which is then again never a good sign if you ask me. I've had too many bad experiences with bands that have been going self-financed when they didn't get a record deal, and usually there's a reason for that, even a few. So here's the booklet, once again the same cover, and this is basically very small printing, having the lyrics here. Then there's a band picture in some kind of a parking hall or whatnot. So I guess pretty fitting for this kind of band. Rest is just lyrics, no space wasted except for the image. I don't know if we need a 2-page image to see the band. Anyhow, music-wise, like I said, this is a combination of melodic death metal, it's thrash metal, a tiny bit of black metal too, at least in some influences. And there are keyboards. And if I had to read this thing on a piece of paper, there would be like an information sheet that what is this band about. I would be just like, okay, shoot me in the face, this is not gonna work, and there are too many reasons. First of all, so many hybrid bands, which this is kind of the worst case scenario, at least theoretically speaking, they are usually really bad. And the thing is, they are not focusing on any given genre, but rather taking bits and pieces from this and that direction, and like I said, most of the time it doesn't really work that well. However, Godcomplex has made it through. I'm not saying this isn't exactly a good album as such, not to mention great, but there is some good quality on this one nevertheless. The thing is, while there are these different elements and genres being mixed together, it's mostly just kind of a melodic death metal with thrash vibes. Some could say more like death thrash, but it's more leaning towards the death metal side, and that being the more melodic side. Kind of a very typical one that is, not too uncommon in Germany and Sweden. But like I said, there are some spicing or seasoning from, the black metal side and especially thrash side. Now, keyboards is the weirdest element and instrument on this album because it kind of makes no sense. Then again, it's not bothering the listening pleasure anyhow, but it just feels a little bit awkward, like in a neutral way, because like I said, this kind of music would very much live without those synthesizers. So I'm not sure exactly why they are here, but like I said, they are not bothering. They are just like a weird, kind of like a pineapple on a pizza. Some people just love it and some people hate it, and some people think it's just weird to put that sweet juicy fruit on a pizza. Like I said, some people don't like it, some people love it, and me, I'm somewhere in the middle in a way. So keyboards here are just a kind of a spice. So the lyrics, didn't pay much attention to that one, but the vocalist at least is very straightforward and energetic in his way of expressing those lyrics. and at least that gives me quite a nice vibe regarding the album. However, like I said, I don't consider this exactly a good album, but kind of a quite nice one. That is, unless you are really allergic to kind of a, let's say, melodic death thrash, then I would say give this one a chance. It's an interesting one, and who knows, maybe the band has actually evolved and progressed with their next release that should be out later on this year. And the band is also touring later in the 2018. So very atypical band in two ways. First of all, the genre mix is just awkward, but still quite functioning, and also because it's actually, working better than expected. So Godcomplex, take a look if you think this kind of mix could be your next thing. Unless, then give it a pass. Anyway, thank you for watching the review, and see you soon with another one, more coming from Rauta soon.